Hello everyone, today we're going to teach you everything you need to know about the most important skill in field hockey, receiving.
We got 10 different techniques for you today. It's going to be the ultimate masterclass on how to stop a ball. So let's get into it. Okay, so today we got a lot to get through. We're going to start with the fundamentals key for all types of receiving. We're going to explain to you how to do a left to right receive. We're going to talk about a wide base receive, and then lastly a 3D.
Okay guys, next up is the upright reverse. Okay, we're going to talk you through the fundamentals on how to do it. We're then going to talk through from right to left. We're then going to talk about over your right shoulder. We're then going to talk from how to pull it across from your left shoulder. Next up is the 3D skills, and then also how to do it across on your left side.
The last reception we're going to talk about is the flat stick reverse, getting all the way down, the really secure reverse side reception. With each of these receptions, we're going to give you some game context in when you're going to want to use them and what parts of the field you're also going to want to use different types of reception. And lastly, and most importantly, stick around for this, we're going to give you our favorite drills on how you're going to get better in all of these types of ball reception.
So, Adam, why don't you talk about the conversation that you had with Mark Knowles?
Very fortunate during COVID, I ended up on a Zoom with legendary Australian defender Mark Knowles. In 2014, he won the World Player of the Year. He told us this story about the difference really between his play in 2013 and the years before that, and the year he won World Player of the Year in 2014. He said that the main difference was that he changed his practice regime during the preparation for that season. And his practice regime was basically getting his teammates to smash the ball at him as hard as possible, as many times as possible during training. His mantra was, I just want to be able to trap absolutely everything that comes my way. He credits as the most important factor of how he elevated himself to basically the #1 player in the world.
Amazing.
We're going to show you how. All right, mate, so we're going to talk about receiving basics.
So I think the biggest thing is our body position. We've got to be in a low body position, okay? That hockey strong squat that we call it, ready so that we can move. And we're not on our heels, we're on our toes so that we can move with that ball.
Number two?
Number two is the ball position. If we trap the ball close to our feet, okay, our eyes are down, and then if we do fumble it, it's definitely going to hit our feet. So we've got to have that ball further out away from us, which means getting that left elbow out, pushing your right hand away from you, and then it's away from our feet and our eyes come up.
We're going to talk about the 3 fundamentals for the open stick reception.
Great. So the first one is all about getting your elbow and your stick in line with the pass. Okay? So let's just do a little demo. So from here, elbow and stick in line. As it comes in, soft hands and ball away from my feet. Okay, so the second one is just as important. You've got to get that ball outside the right foot as quickly as possible so that you can perform your next skill really fast. Okay guys, so the last one is all about the angle of the stick. If my stick is angled like this, it's going to create a bounce, okay? And if there's spin on the ball, you've absolutely had it. So you've got to get an angle. You've got to have that left hand slightly further forward to create an angle on the stick. So Adam, as that ball comes in, I create no spin and I'm able to get it out that right foot as simple as possible.
The wide base receive. This, for game context, is going to be when you're under a lot of pressure trying to receive the ball. Maybe you're a centre forward, maybe you're a midfield pivot or a centre mid. You've got people at your back and you really got to make sure you take the ball strong.
So we're going to get even lower, okay, because we want to protect our space. If we're kind of upright, we can allow those defenders to come in. So you've got to allow big wide base, nothing's coming through us. The second point might be to drop your right hand down the stick slightly. This is actually going to force you to get lower anyway. In today's game, they might come through the legs and shave tackle. So we want to try and push our arms away from our body as much as possible. So sink down in that squat, hands away from us, and drop that right hand down the stick.
Okay, one of the most important receptions in the game. This is when the ball is coming from our left, okay? So really, really important for anybody playing in the middle of the field or anybody playing on the right side.
We really want to allow that ball across our body. So Adam, if you play me one, if I trap it here, I automatically can't see this side of the field. I close this side of the field off. Okay, so if I play that one back to you, ball comes across. If I allow it all the way outside my right foot with soft hands, now I can play back this way if I need to, but I can also play to the other side of the field. We've got to shadow it all the way across.
Okay, the 3D reception. This is going to be useful for everyone, but definitely if you're a defender, we're trying to trap those balls coming into the circle. So how do we deal with that 3D bouncing ball?
Instead of trapping it with an angled stick, we've got to make sure that the stick comes up so that we can use the whole of the surface area. You're going to watch it so closely, okay? You've got to keep your eyes right on that ball. And if you can meet the ball before it comes to you, that's going to be even better. You don't allow the bounce, okay? So Adam's going to throw me a couple. I'm going to drop my hand slightly further down. There. Okay, nice straight stick, keep those feet moving. I'm gonna try and meet the second one. There, okay? Drop that hand down, my eyes are on the ball, okay? Try and meet that ball as much as possible. Throw me a really hard one, come on, let's go. There we go. One more. Okay, nice straight stick, watch it all the way, drop that hand down and you'll be ready to play. Okay guys, so we're now going to look at the fundamentals of the upright reverse.
First thing, we need a really strong left hand. Really grip maybe a little bit harder in the left hand than usual to make sure that we're super strong out here on the side that's traditionally weak. The other thing, we want to make sure we have a nice full face. We want to use all the face we can because this is a difficult thing. Don't have the stick angled, so nice full face. And then last thing is that really we don't want to stop the ball dead out here on our weak side. We want to keep the ball moving. If we can get the ball going forward or across our body as soon as possible, back to the strong side, that's going to be really key. Okay, so receiving the ball from the right side. If it's coming in close to your feet, you're going to want to use a normal open receive. But if it's in front of you, then you're going to need to use the upright reverse trap. You're going to want to make sure that you take it in stride, okay, then try and get the ball moving forward. Shadow that ball across, just like we did on the other side. Make a nice trap out here. You'll notice that once I receive it out here on the reverse, I'm getting it over strong as fast as possible. That is just going to be a standard best practice for you when receiving on the reverse side. Okay, now we're going to use the right shoulder trap. Now this is an awesome skill and receiving skill. Keep the momentum going forward when you're trying to attack. If you're getting the ball coming from behind you, you're going to let that ball roll through, okay, trap it in front and then go. The important thing here is we're not trying to trap the ball dead. We want to keep that forward momentum. So I'm trying to slow the ball down with a soft tap here and then keep following through on the direction of the ball, get towards goal. Okay, in the theme of receiving balls from behind us, we're going to do the left shoulder trap. All right, so this, again, we want to keep forward momentum, but the ball is coming from our weak side. As the ball comes through underneath our left shoulder, we want to both stop it and move it across so that we're nice and strong to continue running forward. Upright reverse. This is a really tricky one, and the keys are going to be making sure we've really got to watch that ball super close because this is not as easy as the other side. Can't get the stick totally upright because that's going to just be uncomfortable, unnatural position. So we've got to watch the ball onto the stick. I'm going to take my right hand a bit lower to give me more control, and hopefully I can trap a few. What you'll notice is that I'm always trying to get that stop back onto my strong side as quickly as possible, and that goes for so many of these reverse stick traps.
All right guys, so now we're looking at the flat reverse. You can do it with two hands, you can also do it with one hand, but it's so important that you use this if the ball's being fired at you and you can't get your feet round to trap it on your forehand, and it's really difficult to trap the upright reverse, so you're going to resort to trapping it with two hands on the floor, low and flat. All right, so the key to this with two hands is to have your left hand on the ground, you're going to have your right hand on the stick as well, and you've got to make sure that the stick is angled. If it's open, it's not going to trap very easily, so you've got to angle it in. And one thing with two hands, if you've got your left arm inside your left leg, that's really going to help as well. Okay, so two hands. Adam's going to fire me some balls. Trap. Then obviously we want to try and get it strong as quickly as possible. So I'm going to get it strong, right? There, trap, strong, play back. That's for two hands. With one hand, it might be that the ball's further out, okay? And you can't get there with two hands, so you're going to have to go with one. Now, the key to this, because you're not going to have your left arm inside your left leg, you're going to have to jam your left knuckles into the turf as hard as you can so that that stick doesn't move, all right? Keep that stick angle down, you'll trap it perfectly. Here we go. Oh, even a little bounce there. Get it strong, just making sure that you're in a low body position as it comes in so that you can really reach and trap that ball. All right guys, so we're inside and we're now going to look at some drills that you can use to practice your receiving. Now, I'm using a tennis ball. One, it stops you breaking things, but two, it's also really good for soft hands and training inside, all right? So first one is a left to right receive across the body. Now we're in a strong position when we've got the ball outside the right foot. So the point of this is to get the ball there as soon as possible. So I'm gonna play into the wall, okay, there, and just receive across my body. Get those feet moving on reception and get that ball nice and strong as quickly as possible. All right, now we're into our 3D receptions, okay? So the idea behind this is that you get the stick nice and high and vertical. So that way that when that ball comes in, you've got the whole stick to use. We're also gonna look at a more advanced drill where you turn your stick with a frying pan grip at the top and you actually meet the ball and bring it down. Play into the board, footwork and trap. There, and again, practice, get it up, there. Good, trap. Remember, you've got to get it strong. Get it strong as soon as you possibly can because that's going to allow us to perform our next skill really well. Okay, you get the idea. Loads of reps at it. The more you do, the better you'll get. Simple, all right? The more advanced skill is to play into the board and turn your stick after you've played it. So you've got a frying pan grip with your top hand and meet the ball before it bounces. This way you're going to have more control. There, trap. There, trap. Get underneath it, okay, bring it down with soft hands as quickly as you can. Okay, so we're now into our wide base reception. Now you'll use this one a lot, especially as a forward, to hold off that defender. Now the way we do it, we create a wide base, nice high elbow, get that stick out in front. Now for the drill, I'm just gonna play into the board and get into that position as quickly and effectively as I can, okay? I'm then gonna pull the ball outside my right foot so I'm ready for my next skill, all right? So here, play into the board, wide base, okay? You want to try and soft hands on that approach because then it stops it where we want. There, soft hands and drag, okay? Play in, soft hands and drag. If you want to test yourself, what you're gonna do, you're gonna play in on different angles so you have to move your feet, okay? So if I wanted to play that way, I've got to try and get into a wide base on the angle, okay? So let's just try that. Wide base, trap, drag. And again, wide base, get it onto that strong side as quickly as we can. Really good. Do as many reps as you can because ultimately the more you do, the better you're gonna get. All right guys, so a master drill that you can use to practice all your receptions is to use a tennis ball and the walls in your house. Be careful not to break anything. Well, you're probably not gonna with a tennis ball, so you're gonna be good. But we're gonna go through all our receptions, all about your footwork, soft hands, and getting that ball as strong as possible, okay? So the first one we're gonna do is our right to left, receive outside the body. Second one is our 3D, okay? Trap and get that ball strong as nicely as possible. Third one's our wide base, okay? And then strong, all right? So from here, play in, reception, 3D, okay? And then the last one is our wide base, get it strong. Show you one more. There, across the body, 3D, get it strong, wide base. And there you have it, a great drill to practice all of your forehand receptions. All right guys, so we're now looking at our reverse trap, drills that you can use that are really gonna elevate your performance when it comes to reverse trapping. The first one is when the ball's coming from right to left, okay? Yes, Adam mentioned it earlier, we wanna stay forehand as much as possible, but sometimes you just can't. The game is played so quickly that you might not be able to get there. So the idea is that we're able to trap it and get it strong as quickly as possible. So you're gonna start on your reverse, okay? And your board is gonna be on that right side. You're gonna roll it in, there, and try and get it strong as quickly as possible, all right? So let it come in your stride, there, and get it strong. Okay, we go again, play into the board, get it strong, and get your eyes up as quickly as you can. There, trap, eyes up. Here we go again. There, trap, eyes. All right, the reason we get our eyes up and ball outside that right foot is so that we can play the game, feed our teammates for the next ball. Let's just do one more from here. Play in, trap, there, eyes. All right, guys, so this one is all about an attacking reverse reception. Now, we want to receive on the run with our feet facing forward. So we're going to start with the ball on that right side of our feet, okay? I'm going to play into the board, nice and slowly to start there, receive, turn the stick, and run forward, okay? So nice and slowly again, play off the board, trap with soft hand, turn the stick, and then drive, okay? So now we'll go a bit quicker. Play in, trap, and drive. Again, play in, trap, and move with that ball, okay? That's the key, move with it. Then we can go. We're using soft hands to slow the ball down, and then we're accelerating, okay? Sometimes you're gonna be in a position where you might not even need it, okay? If someone's played you a nice weighted pass, you don't even need to use the reverse, and you can drive. So the idea is that we're just getting it under control. We're not stopping that ball there, slow it down. Oh, see? That touch is not what you want, because it then slows me down, all right? So we wanna have soft hands, and then we can keep running. All right, so this one is one of my favorite touches that you can get in a game. The reception is very hard, but if you can master it, it's gonna help you eliminate with your first touch on the run, on your reverse stick. Now that sounds really difficult, and it is, but this is why we practice on our own inside so that you can get the hang of it. All right, you're gonna set up very similarly to the one where we were on the move, okay? Ball comes in, as it comes back, you pull it across your body, okay? So as that ball comes in, instead of like slowing it down here and carrying on moving, we're actually gonna pull the ball all the way across our feet. So from here, pull it across, really pull with your hands so it allows you to really drag that ball. Let me show you one from the other side. So from here, play in, touch, bring it across. All right guys, so another super hard skill to learn, but here's the drill that's going to allow you to do it. And it's all about repetitions, okay? This is the one where we're moving forward this way, and as that ball comes over our left shoulder, we're dragging it across and getting it in our strong stride as quickly as possible. So I'm going to play off my forehand here. I'm going to play into the wall forehand there. As it comes back, pull across to my strong side. Okay, let's go again. So there, across, get it strong as quickly as possible. Okay, so get it going again there, off the wall, drag, and then we go. I'll just show you a different angle. So from here, play off the wall, get it strong. All right, nice, quick drag across, and then get it into your stride. Okay, we're into our 3D reverse reception. Now, this one is difficult, okay? We want to try and utilize as much of the surface area on the stick as possible. If we're down like this, you've got minimal surface area, right? And the odds of you trapping it are slim. So we want to try and get that stick up a little bit. There, okay, and trap. You can allow the bounce if you need to, but we're trying to get that ball under control as quickly as possible, okay? Just a soft touch with those hands. Sometimes you're going to allow that there to hit the stick, okay? All right, guys, we're into the last drill for reverse receiving. It's all about getting nice and low and getting that ball as strong as quickly as possible. So from here, I'm going to roll it in. Okay, and I've got to get my body down nice and low to trap as soon as possible. So there, trap, okay, get it strong. And we go again, there, trap, get it strong. All right, we want to get it strong as quickly as possible. So we just rep this out, there, trap, strong. Good footwork to get it nice and on that right side, there. As you get better, start to play that ball in a little bit harder, okay? And you can also practice the one off your one hand. So I might start with the ball on my forehand, play in, one hand, okay? Same again, play in and trap. I hope these drills help you guys. It's a way for practicing on your own and really elevating your performance. Okay guys, so we're now into our reverse masterclass drill that you can use all the time. Okay, the more you do this, the better your reverse trapping is gonna get. The first one is all about letting that ball, getting it strong as quickly as possible, okay? Now it's letting it ball across your body. This one is that change in direction as it comes across. The fourth one is to trap nice and low. And then the last one is all about that 3D trap. Okay, so from here, first one, play, get it strong. Second one, receive across the body. Third one, get it across. Fourth, trap. Last one, on the reverse. Now, if you do that sequence, you're gonna get so much more out of it. There, get it strong. There, let it across the body. That change in direction. 2 hands, 3D. And there you have it. The more you practice that little sequence, the better you're gonna get at reverse trapping. See you soon. Take the lead.